Welcome to my guide to the Phantom Muspah for Irons, Pures, and anyone else who just wants to learn the boss. Since the 2025 Summer Sweep-Up, Muspah has received an air weakness. If you've struggled in the past at this boss because your mage accuracy wasn't cutting it, then I urge you to try again. As with the elemental weakness, my personal magic DPS has increased by 70% at this boss. Firstly, we're going to talk about the requirements. You'll need to have completed the Majorat questline up until Secrets of the North. This has several skill requirements that I won't get into to save time, but you can't fight the boss until you complete the quest. So how do you get to Muspah? Option 1. Teleport to the Goric dungeon with the Ring of Shadows. This requires the completion of Desert Treasure 2, and a few dozen KC at Duke, in order to unlock this valuable teleport. Option 2. Teleport to Weiss and complain to yourself for 30 seconds why you didn't just get the better teleport as you make your way towards Muspah. As for skill requirements, I'd recommend 63 prayer for the Royal Titan prayers or 77 prayer for the Chambers of Zarek prayers. You should have at least 85 ranged and at minimum 75 mage, but probably 85 for that as well. For gear, max best in slot for range or mage is best here, being full Missouri and a T-bow, or full Ancestral and a Shadow. But I have one defense, and with these new changes, I've been able to get kills very easily. I can't even wear full Black D-hide, or Mystics. All you really need to kill this boss is a Rune Crossbow, Ruby and Sapphire Bolts, and a Twinflame Staff, and to be on the standard spellbook. Diamond Bolts too if you don't have a better DPS weapon for the Enrage Phase. Besides that, bring your best in slot mage and range gear and send it. I have an Anguish and Tormented, which helps quite a lot. For reference, my kills approximately take 4 minutes on average with this gear and 99 range and mage. Boss mechanics. During the fight, Muspah will periodically summon spikes that damage you. He does this every time he changes phases, as well as once per fight he'll summon a group of spikes that slowly chase you. If you get hit by a spike, it will also heal Muspah for a portion of the damage dealt, so you really want to avoid these. If you misclick the spike after it's already spawned on the floor, it will also deal the same amount of damage to you and heal the boss. You can run over these spikes if the tile you are on is safe, as well as your target tile within 2 tiles. It would help to learn this, as it will help navigating the boss fight easier, but you can do the fight without this trick. But it is strongly suggested that you give it a try. Muspah has 5 phases, which signal what you need to do. These phases are Range and Melee Phase, which take up about 70% of the fight, as well as 3 special phases being Shadow Phase, Prayer Phase, and Enrage Phase. Range Phase. Muspah attacks you with a ranged projectile, and sometimes will do a special magic attack dealing high damage. Camp Prey range and swap to Prey Mage when he starts to clutch his head like a Psyduck. No movement is necessary during this phase. Melee Phase. Muspah attacks you with a melee attack dealing moderate damage. He can hit up to 34. With our setup, you'll be kiting him around the room, avoiding his melee attacks and dealing damage with your magic attacks. You'll need to pray melee to be safe, but once you get more comfortable with the boss, you can turn this off when you have enough distance from him. You'll be kiting in a hexagon shape around the arena, avoiding the boss and attacking every 6 ticks or every 3.6 seconds. Shadow Phase. Small lightning clouds disperse across the arena after the boss goes into the center of the arena, dealing 16 to 20 damage. These special phases occur at 75% and 50% health. Either he will do this phase, or summon spikes on the ground that chase you. There is a safe spot during the Shadow Phase where you can stand and avoid these attacks, and if you have a 10-tile weapon, you can continue to attack Muspah as well. Prayer Phase. Once you get Muspah down to 127 health or less, he'll go towards the center of the arena and begin a singular charged attack that deals high damage. It can deal up to 80 damage. The only way to avoid this attack is by hiding behind a spike that will block the blast. You will need to equip your range setup as he's charging his attack once you are safe, and equip your Sapphire Bolts. During this phase, he will do his mage special attack more often, but it effectively works the same as range phase, except he will not take damage from your standard attacks. He also will begin to heal off the damage he inflicts on you, including chip damage. But the Sapphire Bolts are what shine here, and when one procs, it will drain the Prayer's shield by approximately 40 to 45%. This means 2 procs and you effectively end the Prayer phase. It is time for the finale, the Enrage phase. This phase is very similar to the range phase, with him doing his Psyduck attack more frequently. The other issue is every 10 to 12 seconds, he will spawn more spikes around the arena, with one always being placed directly under you. This phase acts as a DPS check. If you are having trouble avoiding the spikes during this phase, try blowpipe walking, or mousing over the tiles after he attacks, to get ready to move tiles. And that pretty much is it for the basics of the boss. Let's send a real-time kill and put it all together. Let's go ahead and send one, okay? So as a hardcore, of course, I'm going to be staying at higher health. But, you know, if you just want to avoid dying too and having to pay those costly death fees, then you, of course, can do that too. So I already know, once I hear that bolt proc, when he's high health, that I need to go ahead and swap into my range or my mage stuff. So as you can see here, we're kiting him around in a hexagon shape right now. But once you do about 100 damage per each phase, when he's in range or melee, he's going to swap to the opposite one. So as you can see here, that mage attack or Psyduck attack is very generous with the timing. You have plenty of time to react and swap accordingly. So Muspah also has 2 special attacks that it uses at 637 health and 425 health. It's going to either be the lightning clouds where it goes in the center like you just did, or it's going to be the homing spikes where they slowly chase you around the arena. And that's going to happen at 425 health. So of course you want to make sure you're staying far away from Muspah. Now some of you might need a stamina potion. Now one of the only good things about One Defense Pure Gear is that it's very light. So with my agility being relatively high, it doesn't really drain it all that much. So he's doing that mage attack. And now he should be entering the center of the arena. I'm just going to hide right here. And immediately be on him as soon as he phases. And basically, as you can see, I can always flick smite after I see him move, because I know an attack is coming. Even if it is a mage attack, you'll have the time needed to swap back to pray magic. So of course I'm going to stay high health here. I think that one's actually, yeah, the full damage hit. As I said, like, you don't typically take, like, I've never seen it actually hit me for a 70 or something. I'm also a huge advocate for keeping game sounds on, because there's a lot of information that you're just missing out on if you're not using game sounds. So I usually stay close to him too. I know the spike is coming. And see, you have enough time to both click away and react to the attack. And that's one trick I do too, is if I know he's doing a mage attack, I'll usually just click away anyway, just to give myself a little bit of breathing room so I'm not reacting to two things at once. Alright, and that's our kill. If you're still having trouble, I stream at twitch.tv/ChorusIOrDie, where I'm always doing dangerous content on the weekends from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern. I'll be more than happy to walk you through a kill there if you're still having difficulty getting your kill. If this guide helped you, consider helping me, and like, subscribe, and follow me on Twitch. Thank you so much for watching, and if you want to see more One Defense Hardcore Ironman guides, please leave a comment down below and let me know what else you'd like to see.